Okay, so now we're in video 3. Previous information applies. Okay, banking. So I need you to understand how banking works. And I know that everybody probably listening to this knows what banks are and has banking, does banking, has accounts. So I need you to understand the first piece of basic training information, which is how banking works. Banks take money in. You give them deposits. Your money's not sitting in the bank. The bank is not dumb. They're not going to leave millions of dollars just laying around. They're going to make money with it. They're going to take the money, they're going to invest it in a variety of projects, building buildings, real estate projects, a number of companies. They're going to do a bunch of different things, primarily grow their infrastructure. That's why banks have so many facilities, right? And they use the money, and they try to get a return on the money. So banking is, especially in terms of savings accounts, you take your money and you worked hard for this money, you got it, you got taxed on it probably more than once. That's another entire subject, is how horrifying the taxation system is. But you take the money, you put it in the bank. You've been trained your whole life to do this. We all have. Get a savings, save for the retirement, save for your kids' education, blah, 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 blah. Our whole lives, we've all been told the same thing. Obviously, that's incorrect information, but most people do not know that. I would say 95% of the people do not realize the problem here. First problem, you're giving the bank your money, they're going and using it for themselves. Why not you just use the money for yourself? Why give the money to the bank and let them contain all this money and utilize it to make more money for themselves? Why not you do that yourself for your money? Part one. Part two is you're handing your money to other people. Another organization. That organization is, more than likely a fairly decent above board organization, but for the most part you cannot know that. If you have money disappear, it's just going to be gone. You're going to have to go through a lot of steps. But you're trusting the bank. The funniest thing that people say about crypto is, oh my gosh, crypto is so weird. I don't really trust those people with my money. Yet all their money is sitting in the exact same thing, a large organization with random people in charge. The difference is that organization doesn't have a blockchain to identify all facts. You know how many errors were in banks? Thousands and thousands a week. You know how many errors at the blockchain? Zero since its beginning. Not one error, not ever. Because there's millions of people monitoring the same information. It's truth. That's why it's such a threat to people. Okay? Banking is you handing your money over. You have no control of the money after that. Now, you believe that you can go get your money, and you probably could go to the bank and get your money. The problem is, if there was ever a run on the banks, which has happened in almost every country, dozens of times in some of these countries, several times here, if there was a run on the banks, you could not get your money. The fact is, the bank does not have all your money in there. So if everybody at a bank, at a branch went there to get their money out, they couldn't. Your money isn't really there. So that makes this idea of crypto a whole lot easier to understand, because your money is already crypto, you guys. Your money is already in a computer. It's not really there. So you give all your money to other people, and you pay them fees to do it, and you don't make anything off of it, and you could lose it at any minute. That's the situation of banking. That's the truth about banking. And your interest rate is, right now, your interest rate is at least, 5 to 10% less than inflation, depending on where you're at. You probably have a small amount of things, but you're not making as much interest as inflation, so you're losing money in your savings account. Banking is not good.